I hope everything should.
Yeah.
That's all. Thank you. You're welcome back to the channel. We'll be making perfect cut together vintage collar. Okay. So, and it's different from the normal cut together collar for every other clothes. The reason why it's different is because of the style of the neck shirt. Okay. So remember that when making cut together collar for other fabrics that does not have shirt neck cutting, okay, the neckline is not always like this. Okay, so you have to cut them on bias so that it can fall. But for this vintage shirt that we are making, look at the sharp bendings on our collar. Can you see the sharp bendings on our collar? And because of those sharp bending, okay, it forces the collar to stay in shape. Do you understand? In other neckline cuttings, it's not sharp like this. Okay, so for that reason you have to cut on bias so that your collar will lap. But now look at the sharp bending, so these bendings will force the collar to stay in shape. So for that reason we are not going to be cutting this collar on bias. So this is a straight line. The first thing we are going to do is to measure the neckline in totality. Remember that we are using 2.5 inch here for sewing allowance, so we are going to be removing that 2.5 inch for the sewing allowance, and then we measure. Okay, this is 5 for the back neckline. Remember it's placed on fold though, so that's 5. Now the front neckline is going to end somewhere around here. It's going to end somewhere around here. Reason because these ones will be folded inside. This is for the bottom. It's going to be folded inside. So this is where your neckline will actually end. Okay, so when you are measuring, you measure and end it here. So I will measure. Remember that we are still removing 0.25 here. Okay, and I have 4, which is 9 inches. And remember that this our measurement is on fold. 9 times 2 is 18 inches. Okay, so the length of what our collar is going to be, the length of the base is going to be 18 inches. Now just to add style to what we are doing, okay, I want to make the vintage shirt I'm making such that the pattern is in the bodice, the pattern won't be on the collar. Okay, so I had to cut out the part of the fabric where it's only black. Can you see? So now our collar is going to be pure black. Our collar is going to be pure black. It's going to be a beautiful collar. So now I'm going to be measuring 18 inches. The reason why I measured it is so that I can fold it into 2. Can you see now? Now I'm cutting out this pattern. I'm not using pattern paper. I'm using the stay. Okay, I'm using the stay that I want to use for my sewing. So that's what I'm using. Okay, that's what I'm using. Make sure you is folded into 2 equal parts. Okay, so this is 9. This is supposed to be 9 inches like so. Okay, so it's correct, 9 inches. Now I'm going to be measuring the halfway of this area. Half of this 9. There's a reason for it. Just hold on. Our collar is not supposed to be straight, it's supposed to be curved. You know we didn't cut it on bias. Now I'm going to be coming up here, by 1/2 inch. You come up by this side by 1/2 inch, and then you connect. Okay, can you see? Now I want my collar base, because you know that for a collar to be cut together, it's collar stand and collar together, right? Now for my collar stand, I want it to be 1 inch. You can use 1.5, you can use 2 inches, depending on how wide or how big you want your collar. Mine, I want mine to be 1 inch, so I will be measuring 1 inch. And the way I measure that 1 inch, that's how you measure it 1 inch all through. Okay. Now you can decide to curve out this place if you want. Okay. Now you will come in here by 1 inch. You can come in by 2 inches, you can come in by 1.5, anyhow you want it, but you can come in by 1 inch. But me, I'm coming in by 1.5 inch. Okay, I want to come in by 1.5 inches. We are done creating the collar stand like this. So now we are going to creating the collar. Now to create the collar, you go up by 2 inches. I want mine to be 2 inches, right? I want my own collar to be 2 inches. So this is my 2 inches. I'm marking it all the way down. Okay, and then now I want my collar to be pointed. So I will mark the halfway of this. Now I will go up by 1/2 inches. Okay, and then I will connect this center with a kind of curvy line to this 1/2 inch. Can you see? Now from this place, okay, I will come in this way. Can you see? This is your collar. Your collar have formed perfectly well. Okay, so all I need to do now is cut it out. Now you are going to feel it, the side that has the gum. So this is my collar that I have cut out. I will place it on fold this way. Okay, now you will carry and you give it a hard press. Then you cut it out neatly. Make sure you cut it out neatly. But as you are cutting, cut very close to it, giving it like 0.25 inches allowance. But here you are going to leave up to 1/2 inch allowance. This 1/2 inch I left here is enough, but for this area I have to cut 0. Very close. Watch what I'm doing. So you can see I've cut the stand and the collar itself together, and you can see that when cutting out, I gave a little bit of 1/2 inch, okay, around it. This is for my sewing. So while sewing, I'll make sure I sew on this, on the very edge of the stay. Now know it very well that this is the back while this is the front. Okay, this is going to be the back. The side carrying the stay is going to be behind, while the side carrying this not carrying the stay is going to be on top, so that everything will come out smooth. So let's go to the sewing machine and sew it round, and I'll bring it back to show you how to neatly attach it to your fabric. I've sewn it round, okay, neatly. Now it's time for us to turn it inside out. But there's something I want to tell us. By the time you finish sewing it, is either you notch very well, or you make sure you trim it very close. Okay, if you don't trim it very close, look at what you get. It will not allow your collar to be neat. Okay, remember, the one that has the stay is the one that will be under, but the one that does not have stay is the top of your collar. So you look for any item you are going to use and bring out the pointed mouth. I'm going to be using my scissors, okay, to bring out the pointed mouth. Make sure you iron properly. Remember that when I was cutting this collar, I wanted the top to be pure black, okay, but because I already have the shoulder as black, so I want the colored parts to be on the collar. Okay, can you see how it is now? No, now this is what you do. Fold this collar into two to notch the center. Can you see? Now you get your neckline for your fabric. I already attached my sleeve to it, but I just want to do this collar tutorial. I want to complete it. Okay, so you notch the center. Now when attaching this collar, right, this is how my top looks like. This is how my top looks like now. Okay, so when attaching this collar, this is how this collar is going to be attached to this top. Now when attaching it, make sure that the notched area of the collar laps with, spread your top inside facing up. Okay, so now you can see the side that has the stay is under, while the side that does not have the stay is on top, right? So make sure that the two, you will fix this one at the back. Meanwhile, make sure that these two, the front and the back, aligns. If for any reason they do not align, trim it out. If you want, you can fold this place inside and stitch, but I don't want to do that because I'll be weaving this mouth. Okay, I'll be weaving it. So now this is my collar, my neckline for my top. This is my neckline. You will pick the collar, the stay part of it, pick it like this, and make sure that it matches with the center of the top. Then stitch like this and stitch this way. Do you know why you have to stitch like this? This is the perfect way of stitching. Do you know why you need to stitch like this? Why you need to stitch like this is so that by the time you get to this place and there is an excess, you can easily curve it out again. Do you understand? You can easily adjust. Now I purposely cut this collar to have excess so that I will show you how I correct it. If you start stitching from one side to the other, if you start stitching from here to the other, that means you are no more a beginner and it's supposed to be perfect. But I'm telling you that because of one thing or the other, the neckline, what you measure for the collar might be different from what you measure from this one. Now on my collar now I have excesses. For me to work on that excess, I have to stitch the way I'm stitching now, get the midpoint of both the collar and the top, stitch to the right, stitch to. So when you stitch to the right and you stitch to the left, you will see the excesses, and when you see that excesses, you can now work on it. Now when I get to this point, okay, and I find out that the collar is now too longer than the top, do you know what you do? Just stitch it, follow the stitching. Let me join it and show you how it is. It's very simple, guys. I'm going to remove the voice and use voiceover. Okay. But from here to here is showing. I hope this place is showing. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
I hope it's showing. Very clever.
Camera is actually very clear.
I hope it's very clear. Okay. I hope everything I'm doing is showing. I hope these stitches are showing. Is it showing clearly? Okay. Is it?